Welcome to Golf Cask Tastings. Slide up a stool, enjoy the pour.
Hey there, Golf Cask Nation. We're going to dive in here and do Tullamore Dew and look at this great, fine Irish whiskey. To me, this is a great starter Irish whiskey. I've had people ask me where would I start. I'm a huge Powers fan on the low side, and I don't know why. I get coconut from it. It's spectacular. Tullamore Dew is probably one of my favorites as well. Kind of is your entry level. I also have Ferncolin for a single malt. But to me, like I said, this is a great starter right there. Stands right there with Jameson. Stands right there with Bushmills. Again, just a good whiskey to start with. And the really cool thing is this distillery has been around since 1829. That's when it first opened its doors. So we're looking at a 200-year-old whiskey here. So let's dive in here and what's some of the information that we have. Well, color-wise, it's kind of a golden, coppery. We're not getting into that darker color, so we know it's younger. I did look up the mash bill. I couldn't really find anything, but being an Irish, we know it's probably at least in the 3 years. Proof is 80, and we can also tell with our legs here that they are pretty thin, and they move down the glass pretty quick, so we know that there's probably cut with water at one point to bring the proof down, as well as to cheapen the cost of the whiskey. Again, at the price point, this is somewhere around in the upper 20s, low $30 range here inside the state of Virginia for a 750 milliliter bottle. Again, mash, we couldn't come up with an exact mash bill. It just said barley and malted barley. So it is a blended Irish whiskey. And it's also triple distilled, like most Irishes. They distill it twice. Most countries distill it twice. The Irish go 3 times just because they think it makes a smoother, more friendly whiskey. Takes away usually a little complexity, but it does bring this smoothness, this friendliness to it. And again, it's just like the Irish people, lovely, smooth, and friendly. So let's dive in here and take some notes here. On the nose, what am I getting? I'm getting malt. I'm getting a little bit of vanilla, and I'm getting fresh fruit. Not bad overall. Palate, really smooth. I'm getting malt, a hint of vanilla jumping around, and it does have a spice. There is a spice to it, but there's also a little bit of alcohol spice, ethanol kick to it as well, but there is actually a spice to the actual whiskey itself, which is really nice, especially at the $30 range. We're not looking for a lot of complexity. This has a few layers to it, which is kind of nice, but again, not super complex, don't get me wrong, but it does have a little bit of layering there. And the finish to me is really, really smooth. Really, really fast. A little bit of dryness from the alcohol. And it does have that same hint of spice carries through to the finish, which is kind of unique, especially for a lower end Irish whiskey. So overall, how would I rank this? Nose, 3. Palate, 2. Finish, it's a really fast, smooth. We'll go 2 as well because there's not a lot of complexity. So we're going 3, 2, 2. I'm going to go ahead and rate this overall as a 2.5, which means is you're just as likely to make par as a bogey. And then inside of our scale, par means I'll never turn it down. Bogey means circle back, try it again. But to me, like I said, for a starter Irish, this jumps right up there with a Jameson, with the Powers, with the Patties. As an entryway into your Irishes, I think this is really good. And you can see our bottle is actually pretty empty here. We use this a lot for cocktails. And actually in the summertime, I enjoy this on ice. On a hot summer day, 80 proof Irish whiskey. It's really enjoyable when it's a hot sunny day and you just want to sit down and enjoy a good dram. So overall, ranking once again, 2.5. Definitely on my shelf. I really encourage some of you that are starting your Irish tradition to go out and try it. A really good whiskey distillery just east of Dublin in the town of Tullamore, and Tullamore Dew. Really, really good stuff. Cheers, Salancha, and I look forward to bringing you more in the future.